have seen the photographs of John Merrick, Mrs. Kendall. You're aware of his appearance?
Yes. He reminds me of an audience I played Cleopatra for in Brighton once. All huge, grim head, grimace, and utterly unable to clap.
Well, my aim is to lead him to as normal a life as possible. His terror of us comes from having been held at arm's length from society. I am determined that shall end. For example, he loves to meet people and converse. I am determined he shall. For example, he had never seen the inside of any normal home before. I had him to mine. And what a reward, Mrs. Kendall. His astonishment, his joy at the most ordinary things. Most critical, I feel, however, are women. I will explain. They have always shown the greatest fear and loathing of him, while he adores them, of course.
Ah, he is intelligent.
I'm convinced they are the key to retrieving him from his exclusion. Though I must warn you, women are not quite real to him, more creatures of his imagination.
Then he's already like other men, Mr. Treves.
So I thought an actress could help. I mean, unlike most women, you won't give in. You're trained to hide your true feelings and assume others.
Unlike most women, I'm famous for it. That was really all.
Well, in any case, if you could, enter the room and smile and wish him good morning. And when you leave, shake his hand. The left one is usable and really quite beautiful. And say, I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick.
Shall we try it? Left hand out, please. I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance, Mr. Merrick. That one!
By God, they are all splendid. Merrick will be so pleased. It will be the day he becomes a man like other men.
Oh, speaking of that, Mr. Treves.
Frederick, please.
Freddie, may I comment an indiscretion?
Yes?
I couldn't help notice from the photographs that of the unafflicted parts, how shall I put it?
Oh, I see. Yes, I quite understand. No. It is quite normal.
I thought as much.
Medically speaking, the papillomatous extrusions which disfigure him seem to correspond quite regularly to the osseous deformities. there's a link between the skin growths and the bone disorder, though for the life of me I have not discovered what it is or why it is. But in any case, this part would be therefore unlikely to be afflicted because, because there is no bone in it. None at all, I mean.
Well, learn a little every day, don't we?
I am horribly embarrassed.
Are you? Then he must be lonely indeed.
He is making sketches for a model of St. Philip's Church. He wants one day to build a model, you see. John, my boy, this is Mrs. Kendall. She would very much like to make your acquaintance.
Good morning, Mr. Merrick.
I will see to a few matters. I will be back soon.
I had planned so many things to say. I forgot them. You are so beautiful.
How charming, Mr. Merrick.
Well, that is what I had planned to say. Then I forgot what I had planned to say. I couldn't think of anything else. I was so excited.
Real charm is always planned, don't you think?
Well, I do not know why I look like this, Mrs. Kendall. My mother was so beautiful. She was knocked down by an elephant at the circus when she was pregnant. Something must have happened, don't you think?
It may well have.
It may well have. But sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. Because it is. Do you know what happens when dreams cannot get out?
No.
I don't either. Something must. Well, you are a famous actress.
Oh, I'm not a gnome.
You must display yourself for a living then, like I did.
That is not myself, Mr. Merrick. That is an illusion. This is myself.
This is myself too.
Frederick says you love to read. So, books.
Oh, yeah. I am reading Romeo and Juliet right now.
Juliet. Oh, what a love story. I adore love stories, don't you?
I like love stories best too. If I had been Romeo, guess what?
What?
I would not have held the mirror to her breath.
where Juliet appears to be dead, and he holds a mirror to her breast to see...
Nothing. How does it feel when he kills himself because he just sees nothing?
Well, my experience as Juliet has been, particularly with an actor I will not name, that as I lay there, dead, and he is lamenting excessively, I get to thinking, if this slab of ham does not part from the ham-hock of his life too sweet, I am going to scream, pop off the tomb, and plunge a dagger into his scene-stealing heart. Romeos are very undependable, Mr. Merrick.
As because he does not care for Juliet.
Not care?
Does he take her pulse? Does he get a doctor? Does he make sure? No. He kills himself. The illusion fools him because he does not care for Juliet. He only cares for himself. If I'd been Romeo, we would have got away.
But then, there would be no play, Mr. Merrick.
Well, if he does not love her, why should there be a play? Looking in a mirror and seeing nothing. It's not love. It's an illusion. When the illusion ends, he has to kill himself.
That is extraordinary.
Before I started speaking with people, I did not think things like this. Because there was no one to bother to think them for. But now, things just come out of my mouth which are true.
You are famous, John. We were in the papers. Look. They have written up my report to the Pathological Society. Look, it is a kind of apotheosis for you.
Frederick. I feel that Mr. Merrick would benefit by even more company than you already provide. In fact, by being acquainted with the best and they with him, I shall make it my task, if you'll permit. As you know, I'm a friend of nearly everyone. And I do pretty well as I please. And what pleases me is this task, I think.
My God, Mrs. Kendall, you are splendid.
Mr. Merrick, I must go now. But I would like to return, if I may. And so that we may teach you about society. I would like to bring my friend, Dorothy Lady Neville. She would be delighted to meet you. Please let me tell her yes. Then until next time, I'm sure your church model will surprise us all. Mr. Merrick, it has been a great pleasure to have made your acquaintance.
John, your hand. She wishes to shake your hand.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, that it has been my pleasure. Thank you.